Yo, we are here. No Mercy, Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. Y'all already know what time it is, man. You know, I'm here, man. I'm thinking about doing a little nightly segment called I figure out the name. But it's gonna be like a nightly news kind of thing. You feel me? Just all the things that done went on throughout the day, battle rap, mainstream media, all that kind of stuff, man. Just come through. You know what I mean? Spending a little time with y'all, spending like a little, I don't know, half an hour to an hour, nothing too crazy. You feel me? We got the Saturday show every week where we give y'all, 2 hours of content talking about everything. And I wanted to get back to, especially since I ain't blogging as often, I wanted to get back to, really buckling down and just being able to talk my shit every night. You feel what I'm saying? I remember what I was doing during COVID when I had all the weirdos fessed up. You feel what I'm saying with my with my morning lives every day. You feel what I'm saying? Doing the morning live, and then somebody threatened me, and then I'm up in the Bronx going live later that day. You feel me? So you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back in that bag. If I gotta piss a few people off, it is what it is. But we here, y'all already know. Ain't shit changed with me. Like I'm still. This is no mercy at the end of the day. You feel me? So how y'all doing? Where y'all at? Where's the chat, man? You feel me? Damn, I can't wait to get back to doing this regularly so people expect it. And it's gonna be probably every night around the same time, probably like around 9 o'clock or so, 9:30. You feel what I'm saying? Once my son go down for the night, then it's game time. Feel what I'm saying? Being a new parent, you gotta sometimes figure out your kid's schedule and kind of work around that, and XYZ. So, I'm getting in the groove of things. This he three now, so he started to be a little more independent, starting to get used to his routines and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, he down. Time for the action. You feel me? James, yo, this is Moon. Moon, what up, man? Old school. That's what you listen. I give everybody a this me in real life too. Like I give everybody a nickname. You feel me? You if you're gonna be on here, your name gonna be old school, man. You feel me? But salute the Moon, man. That's my guy. I rock with him heavy. You know what I mean? Still hiding niggas on your cards from me. Nah, yo, shit been so shaky in terms of budgeting with these cards. And Moon, you're not a cheap battler. Like I can't just book you for gas money and think I'm gonna get a fire battle 3 rounds. Like that's something that take a budget. And with this parent and shit, it ain't always easy to come up with budgets for what I mean, what we do in battle rap. So but I'm definitely open. Like once I really start to pour some more bread into this shit, and me and Peso get a lot of other business together, we definitely gonna be reaching out to the people that we just genuinely rock with. Like y'all know, like one thing about me and Peso, when it comes to the trap, we don't care about views, we don't care about buzz. We want to just work with people who rock with us. You feel what I'm saying? So the people that we've been rocking out with throughout the years, building rapport with, those are the people we want to book. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the type of time we always on. So somebody like Moon, me and Moon always been straight. So that ain't nothing. You feel me? So I'm definitely, I need a Moon battle. Like there's certain people that like I'm like, yo, we need a battle from this person on the track. You feel me? Just to say we did it type shit. You feel me? So that Moon battle is definitely gonna be one of those, and we want it to be the right battle too. You get me? So we could definitely when we really get the business and everything like that, we could definitely talk about something. You get what I'm saying? So MJ, salute. But yeah, man, we just had a card this past Nah, I appreciate you, man. That's love right there. You feel me? I definitely appreciate that. So yeah, like I said, we definitely, trust me. That's definitely, like, I have in my emails, I actually have a list of people who I need battles from and all that, and your name is on there. So that ain't nothing. You on there. I want to get a Cheyraq battle at some point. I want to get a K-Shine battle at some, like, it's a bunch of people on the list. You get what I'm saying? So we gonna definitely Wilson Fisk, my dog. What's the word? You feel me? So yeah, starting the stream, man. First thing we're gonna talk about, we're definitely gonna talk about this Trap New York event that was fire this past Saturday. Um, man, we was in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be 7 battles. It ended up being 5, which even 5 I'm good with. You feel me? Like I done seen people cards go down to like 2 and all that. So I'm definitely not complaining about 5 battles happening out of 7. You feel what I'm saying? So just run through the battles with y'all real quick, the ones that did happen, and give my feedback. Of course, as a league owner, I don't do the whole, saying who won and stuff like that. Yeah, Dre, I'm here, man. I'm here. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be saying who I felt won and all that, but just more so giving feedback, just more so, criticism on here and there on, certain stuff people got to work on and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, y'all do got to remember, Trap New York is a developmental platform. You feel me? Like y'all might see the names and all that every once in a while, but overall, we want battle rappers to get better. You feel what I'm saying? So that way they can move on, get the bigger names, and then move on to bigger platforms and stuff like that. That's always been the formula. No matter if you've seen a Daylight over here, a Shotgun Suge, like that formula has never changed. You feel me? So we just do the name shit for people we feel are deserving of those looks. You feel me? Or you might see us do like a Dot versus Prez Mafia. Like that's old school trap, going up against each other. Just something we wanted to do for the fans. So we'll do those type of battles every once in a while. But it's mostly, for development. So yo, Smurf, you out here doing Power and Love Island and all that. Once you done with that, then come on, we could definitely get a return going. You feel me? So definitely holler at me. I'm down for that all day. Chris Petty, I'm making sure I have a full lineup at all times, just in case of mugshots. We gonna talk about that too. We definitely gonna talk about that. And shout out to John, man. That's my dog. It's stuff like that, especially if he's trolling it. Oh, we definitely gonna pull that up and make some jokes. Because I seen somebody put a comment that had me on the floor rolling. I'm gonna show that shit too. You feel me? But we'll talk about that. All right, yo, X, we not doing this. Niggas want to pod before the pod, yeah. Because if I don't pod, then they're gonna be like, oh, well, you don't be working. Let's Shop This Fable was carrying No Mercy TV. I'm not letting y'all get that off. Like, no more. That is about to be a dub. Y'all gonna be able to hold on to that for a little while longer. But once I'm doing this shit consistently for like a good 6 months to a year, it ain't gonna be no more of that. Oh, Let's Chop This Fable was carrying No Mercy TV. We ain't doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So, Payne, what up, man? It's my dog. We're gonna kill this on Saturday. Yo, first of all, I ain't even gonna word. So we moving the show. Yo, y'all the ones that's gonna be on some y'all carrying me. Y'all don't carry me. First of all, I'm too heavy to carry. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna dump that right now. You feel me? So nah, that's a fact, Smurf. That's a smack. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Style, what up, man? So yeah. All right. Before I was rudely interrupted, you get what I'm saying? I had a card I wanted to talk about for a second. So let me just bring this up real quick. You feel what I'm saying? We got a couple of things we're gonna talk about tonight. You know what I mean? But first thing first, you feel me? Locked and Loaded, Trap New York. I already know this was this past Saturday, Brooklyn, New York. We got a dope venue. Shout to House of Skills Barbershop. You feel me? The event started around 9. You feel me? We wound up it was just a little confusion with like the space and all that we were supposed to use. Like once we realized it was the actual barbershop that we was using, then the time got a little pushed back. But we still was able to get all them 5 battles done that we was able to get. Look at these guys plotting over here to try to crash the show. We will be back. Look at what they're gonna do. Look, he gonna inbox Sly like, yo, No Mercy live right now, and then they're gonna come on here trying to crash the show. So when you see these randos pop up out of nowhere, and XL be the main one, like, yo, I only talk to you on Saturdays. All right, today is Monday. Don't talk to me. You feel me? But shout out to them. Anyway, Locked and Loaded, right? All right, so first battle of the night was Metalhead versus Prey, right? So this battle was dope. Prey been around for a minute. He from believe he's from Milwaukee. Metalhead, Jersey. I want to say Metalhead definitely has to improve on his comfortability. It was some other stuff going on in terms of, like, his timing and everything, where he kind of had to, get up out of there. And by the time the battle happened, he was already, like, kind of ready to go. So I felt like he kind of was, just speeding through his material and all that. But his material wasn't bad. Like, his material was actually good. It's just when you're in a situation like that, you're not going to be 100% comfortable, and you can't. Okay, praise from Minneapolis. Okay, gotcha. See? That's why I'm glad people like Wilson Fisk is here to, be able to clear that up. But he's from Minneapolis. Okay. But yeah, Metalhead, he was just flustered throughout the battle. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was a 1-round battle. It was initially supposed to be 3, but it wound up getting changed to a 1. I want to say like a week before. You get what I'm saying? And I guess, like I said, with the timing and everything, Metalhead was just flustered. He was ready to go, so he kind of just sped through a lot of his material. But you could tell, like, if he would have been, comfortable and a little bit more laid back, the material would have been, hitting a little better. So, that's the only thing I feel like he got to work on. But overall, that was a smooth battle. Verbal Artiste versus C Cash. Now, these are two guys who have a bunch of battles on beat, right? Verbal Artiste, though, he's newer to doing acapella battles, where C Cash, he has, more acapella battles than Verbal Artiste does. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Verbal Artiste, he's still in that mode of, trying to get comfortable, to where he can really lock down his style. Like, he has his style. Now it's like time for him to grow and just, start getting better at what he does. So that was another one. Verbal Artiste, we're gonna work with a lot more, just to improve on him. And I feel like give us a good, like, 6 months to a year, and he gonna be a lot better at doing this shit than what he was. You feel what I'm saying? So I heard we were in here really interrupting Mercy. I said, yo, Pixie, what up, yo? Boss McVeigh versus Skills. That was the next battle that went down. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, this battle was actually scheduled for the last trap event that we had, right? There was a miscommunication on my end about the round times, where Skills thought it was a 3-rounder and Boss McVeigh thought it was a 1-rounder. Now, in the inbox between me and Boss, I just said that that's who the opponent was. I forgot to tell him and make it specific that it was actually 3 rounds. So he thought it was a 1-rounder. Mid-battle, we're like, yo, because Boss was rapping for a little long. We're like, yo. And then Skills, he had a shorter round. And that's when, it's on footage, us, talking about it mid-battle, about the time limits and everything. And of course, you can't adjust that right then and there. So we just opted to just end the battle there. And then we was like, yo, we'll reschedule it. Just have both of y'all come out and do the 3-round, 2-minute joint. And that battle was actually fire. Like, that was a really good back and forth battle. I really enjoyed it. I couldn't call a winner. When that battle dropped, y'all gonna rock with that one heavy. You feel me? But that was definitely a good battle. Next one, Vision Gang versus Dizzy Spades. Now, this battle, it's a lot to talk about. You get me? Because number one, y'all know Dizzy Spades has been around for a long time, right? Y'all know Dizzy Spades. Y'all know how he is. He aggressive, even in person when he's at battle events. Like, he's just overall an aggressive dude. Like, he from Brooklyn, big dude. Like, y'all already know, like, what kind of energy that's bringing, right? So I wanted to put him with Vision Gang because I do see a solid future in battle rap for Vision Gang. I feel like if he locked down and really go crazy, he can really be something in this shit. I think the only thing with Vision is he got to slow down and stop taking as many battles. I get it that he's hungry, but what you want to do is just lock in, do like 1 battle a month or even 1 battle every 2 months, and you could just focus on that battle, and then you'll have a quality battle every time. But he had 2 battles this weekend. He battled at the Trap Saturday, and then Sunday he had to do Hitless. You feel what I'm saying? So, I feel like when you battling at that consistency, like that much, you can't really lock in and just focus on one battle and give it your all. You trying to figure out what bars go with this battle. Oh, I should save this for this, even though while I was writing for this battle, I came up with this, but this go better with this material. So you could always kind of get, just jumbled up in terms of your material. So Mike Terror, what up? But so Vision and Dizzy Spades, right? A couple of days before the battle, we held the Twitter Spaces. Them two had a face-off. The face-off got wild aggressive. You would have thought for a second that it was going to go left. It actually didn't, which I'm grateful for, right? Then, here's the funny thing about the night of the event, right? Before the event starts, them two actually ran into each other on the train, and had a little exchange. When I get a chance to get them back up here, I'll let them explain to y'all what that was about. But it was a little, just funny exchange because they never seen each other in person. So I guess when they ran into each other on the train, Vision was like giving them the evil stare, and I guess Dizzy was on some like, yo, you know me from somewhere, something like that. So they I was waiting in front of the venue, and they actually wound up walking into the venue together type shit. I was like, what the hell? And then they came and explained me the story, like, yo, they ran into each other on the train. And I wound up cutting the camera on because they, started talking their battle rap shit before outside the venue. And see, this is the funny thing, right? Even though you down there in the waiting room, you don't know how to bring yourself up because you don't have access. You're not a vice president over here. Oh shit! Damn.
Yo, did I hear that you booked the battle? Hold on. Did I
can't even hear you. I don't have my speaker on. Hold on 1 second. My fault. All right, now you're good.
Did I hear that you booked a battle and told one person it was a 1 round and the other person it was 3 rounds?
I did not tell the other person it was a 1 rounder. He assumed it was a 1 rounder. But I should have been clear. That was a mistake that I made.
That's wicked work.
It was a mistake I made.
No, I'm just confused on how that happens, right? As a league owner, how does 2 people show up with different rounds? I've never heard of that before.
That happens.
B. How many times that happened to you, X? You showed up with 12 rounds, cuz came with a half a bar.
Never.
This is not Let's Shop This Fable. This is No Mercy TV.
Listen, X let me know that you were finally working, so I figured I'd stop in real quick.
Say, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Keep doing your thing, man.
Hey,
all right. I appreciate y'all showing up.
Keep on keeping on.
Then Sly, he said us saying we carrying his channel is over. So we gotta move the show off his channel now.
True. And we're about to porn bomb this Jones. We're gonna shut this whole block down. We're about to shut this whole block down.
Well, since y'all are here, y'all see John Sean the Dawn mugshot?
No, I didn't.
Oh, hold on. All
right, so let me to Tyler's new album. So I haven't been doing anything.
I'm not listening to that Tyler album.
Yeah, anyway, because it's not Hobson. That's the problem.
Yeah, Hobson's better. He killed him in the battle too. Anyway,
the battle he never participated in.
No, I don't think Tyler responded.
He didn't. He knew better. No. Okay, what about careers though? Which one's better, you think? Who would you rather be, Tyler's career or Hobson's?
Well, Tyler was smashing Jaden Smith, so that's clearly a
Tyler album fire too.
It is. I've listened to it like 5 times. All right, show me the mugshot there, champ.
Hold on. Damn, here we go.
And then right before I leave, I got one more thing to talk about. Your boy loving on the fatties. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh my God. I knew you wasn't gonna save that for us Saturday.
Well now oh man,
the Fathead
Bowl.
Boy John, that's it.
Shout out to John.
Yo, what was he doing? Criminal trespassing.
In possession of less than 1 ounce.
I'm sorry. Tried to get me for a RICO, but I got it down to trespassing and possession. He's got to be kidding, clearly.
No, I think he was trolling.
I was about to say.
He got caught somewhere with weed he shouldn't have been. That's it.
But nah, the
That's
comment
bad.
that had me crying was somebody said fish don't fry in the kitchen.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, like yo, you could have just said George Jefferson. You had to type the theme song. That shit had me rolling. Bro.
Yo, X, where you at, bro?
I'm right here.
No.
I'm in my house.
Oh, all right. You look like you're in the club, B.
Nah, I'm in my house.
Like he's standing on couches and shit.
Nah, I'm in my house, man.
Oh, all right. Pull up. What were you?
Now you gonna bomb the show during Thanksgiving dinner? What are you doing?
Hold on.
I bombed the show whenever I feel like you was talking about that stupid ass card that you told a nigga that was 1 round and told another nigga it was 3 rounds.
That is better than the last 5 TBO cards.
What? TBL is like over URL right now. What are you talking about?
Damn.
Am I lying?
No.
And you know it doesn't happen.
XL, why y'all clients no showing battles?
Who?
Why are your clients?
Who?
Cheyraq and Stizz.
Stizz?
Nah, Cheyraq. She no show the
Peaches. I thought.
No show. Okay.
There you go.
That's what started this whole dot thing. That's what's funny.
Yeah, but that's what's funny is, like, first of all, no one was asking for a Cheyraq Peaches at all ever in life, all right? But I wanted to say something real quick. Why does Tati, right, look like Bubble Bath? I have not unseen that from my mind ever since she said that. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life that I did that when I heard she called her Bubble Bath today. And because I never seen what Tati's face looked like. So she said, "Oh, bubble bath." So she said, "You look like you still know pickles under your tongue," and I started crying just because of the reference.
Wait, who said that?
Cheyraq.
Oh,
Cheyraq said that, and then I've never seen Tati before. So when Tati showed up, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life. How accurate that is, and now I can't unsee it that she do look like Bubble Bath.
That's crazy.
Still no pickles, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And even Dot was wilding on. I was like, God damn.
And she looked like Biggie when he was the baby Biggie in the Notorious movie.
Yo.
Nah,
you gotta relax. They're gonna smoke you on Spaces. Oh my God.
She reminded me of when he just got off the stoop when he was going to meet with cuz that was selling yo, answer the phone.
Oh my God.
Yo, slap that nigga 5.
Yo, Dot calling her a hammerhead shark was insane.
Oh, I didn't see it. No.
Oh man. He definitely called the hammerhead shark.
Yeah, but
he said, "Yo, I didn't know they make glasses that could do that. You got eyes on both sides of your face." I was like,
see, but the thing is right, it's like, but he hit her up though. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like
Cat. That was Cat.
It's not Cap. He did DM her.
It was Cat.
Nah, he hit
trying
her
to clip Bubble Bath, man. She's okay.
She said she had the DMs. Why she ain't boast them?
She's trying to get some.
She was trying not to break the golden rule. You don't link DM or you don't leak DM.
Abs low key confirmed. Dot did try to holler at her on what he said. He said this today.
True.
Damn.
Your boys out here hugging. You know.
It's over,
damn,
man.
Caps. Come on, Caps. Why you do that?
It's over.
You were trying to protect them.
Nah. All right. Time for me to keep it 100.
All right.
I spoke to Caps earlier.
Oh. And he knew.
I was like, look, she tried to play my son's name and got smoked. Cap was like, she ain't lying. I was like, damn. When he said that, I knew, damn.
Hey, bro. That's your boy. That's your boy hitting up Bubble Bass, bro. It's whatever. I mean, who cares, right? It's just.
It really is a who cares thing. Like it was.
I was
kidding.
I care. I care.
And also,
did you see what she looks like a turtle without the shell? Where?
Yo, y'all are no good.
And Tupac cares if nobody else cares.
She So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, you know, what are you gonna do, bro? It's whatever though.
It wasn't me, Tati.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm stitching.
Don't do that. All right, y'all. I got a dip. I appreciate it. Go
Look, the
do your
stitcher
show.
got out of here.
All right.
I'm gone.
All right, Sly.
Tati, he said it all. I didn't do anything. He told me. He wrote the script.
Come here and say you look like Bubble Bass.
Yeah, and turtle without the shell. I'm gone.
Oh my God. Don't end the show, damn it. Oh, all right. I thought he was about to end the live. See, with friends like those, who needs enemies, right? All right. Can I get back to talking about my event, please? Jesus. Yo, them two are the worst, I swear. All right. So the battle, Vision Gang versus Disney Space. I'm mad that they just came up here and did that. It was a smooth one. Like I said, I felt like Vision Gang, he just gotta focus more and just not take so many battles at once. Like, it was a good back and forth. It was a one rounder, by the way. You feel me? But Vision Gang definitely did good. Dizzy Spades elevated. Like, Dizzy Spades has gotten so much better from before, and it was dope to just see him in that form. He comfortable, bars hitting. He got the aggression and shit like that. Like, he was going off. You feel me? So salute to both of them. And even the fact that they sold the battle, you get what I'm saying? Like, with this being a development platform, one of the things we stress, right? We trying to market y'all and promote y'all to other leagues, to bigger leagues that are focused on business, that want you to sell tickets, that want you to bring in views, etc., etc. Everything these two guys did to leading up to this battle is what you're supposed to do to sell the battle. Now, it was a couple of staticky moments within the promo where, you know, you kind of felt like shit was going to go left, but I'm glad those two were able to keep it professional and make sure the battle got done and everything without no hiccups and, you know, no shit like that. So, because even the shit outside the venue, they did get a little physical. It was a little Dizzy started doing his Brooklyn bully shit, and then Vision had to like push him off and shit like that. So it kind of got a little staticky for a second. But you know, salute to those gentlemen. I'm definitely I see that they have the ability to sell battles. You feel me? Vision, whenever I holler at him, he always, you know, whenever he's booked, he'll come up on the live and talk his shit. And the same thing with Dizzy. Whenever Dizzy's been booked at the trap, he participates. He'll, you know, do whatever he can to promote the battle. So this is the type of battlers that the newcomers have to take notes from. These are the people you need to watch. These are the people that are going to teach you how to promote your brand, how to sell your battles, how to make leagues want to book you. You get what I'm saying? So salute to both of them. And Wilson Fisk versus Young Cannon. Listen, Wilson Fisk, he's been going crazy on the trap, and even on Manslaughter Battle League, he done had some dope performances. One of his most recent was against Don Marino, where he went crazy. And I've been feeling like not even just because he's fired, but also, you know, out of showing loyalty to the trap and saying like, you know, he really wants this to be, you know, his home league and everything like that. I'm like, yo, let's get you a name and see what you could do. And I'm not gonna hold you. Young Cannon, he passed the test. You feel me? Like, then don't get it twisted. Young Cannon definitely went off. He had a little slip up in the third round, nothing too crazy. But Wilson Fisk, he kept that consistency going throughout the battle. I felt like as the battle went on, he elevated like each round. You feel what I'm saying? So that battle was a war. That battle was a war. I can't wait for y'all to see when that battle comes out. Most likely, yeah, that's gonna be the first drop. That's gonna be the first drop. These battles are probably gonna drop in the reverse order of which they happen. Yeah, I'm gonna do Wilson and Young Cannon first. I'm gonna do Vision Gang and Dizzy Spades first. With Dizzy Spades and Vision, I want to make it like a movie. Like, I want to include the Twitter Space stuff. I want to include the stuff outside the venue, and I'm also going to drop all that content separately on the Trap Media channel just so y'all can see and start using that channel for stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing more stuff, more like recording around the venue and, you know, just getting little content here and there just so we could have more to, promote the events and stuff like that. Like I even took a video, shout out to Rock Boy Rome. Him and Prey want to lock in for the next card. You feel me? Like, and they was talking their shit. I'm like, yo, let me get this on camera. That way, when it's time to lock the battle in, I don't gotta hear nothing from nobody. Nobody ducking or nothing like that. So I got them two to agree to the battle on camera, and that's gonna be one of the next battles for the next card. So, definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that was the locked and loaded event. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely was a dope event. I enjoyed myself as usual, and yeah, we gonna drop these battles and then it's on to the next one. You feel me? So salute. Trap or die, that's a fact. Choked in third, something second, has got the slow back. God damn, he's saying 3-0 body bag. Sheesh. So y'all let me know what y'all think when these battles drop. You feel me? So for now, just make sure y'all subscribe to the Trap New York. Subscribe to the main channel. It says welcome to the Trap on YouTube, and then subscribe to the media channel as well. That's where you're gonna be seeing a lot of our face-offs. That's where you're gonna see a lot of behind the scenes content. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to do this. Shout out to my bro Sly. He got like 3 or 4 YouTube channels. So I'm trying to get like him, man. Trying to get like him and really run it up out here in his YouTube streets. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it about that. Shout out to my brother Peso as well. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep on doing what we do in terms of this whole, Trap New York thing. And yeah, like that's that. So like I said, I wanted to do this nightly thing, talk about stuff I seen throughout the day. And one of the things I seen, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all do not remember Malcolm Jamal Warner, he played on the Cosby Show. You feel me? He played Theo Huxtable. You know what I mean? I know a lot of y'all younger ones might not really be in tune like that, but let me pull up a picture. You feel me? If y'all don't know the infamous Gordon Gartrell and all that stuff, like this is him, man. Passed away in Costa Rica. You feel me? He was actually on vacation with his family, and so see, here's the story right here. Warner had been swimming on Sunday afternoon at Playa Grande de Cocles in Limon province when a current pulled him into deeper waters. He was rescued by people on the beach. An initial report stated, but first responders could not revive the actor. The Costa Rican Red Cross was alerted around 2:10 p.m. via 911 regarding the water-related incident. The Red Cross confirmed to Fox News Digital. So, this was basically a drowning situation. They say that he actually died of asphyxia. You know what I mean? And see, that's why when it comes to like water stuff in foreign places, I kind of stay away from it because like I'll stick to the beaches and the pools all day, right? But when you start with those rapids and other stuff and shit like that, it starts to be like, okay. The thing about especially foreign, right? You don't really know how currents are. You feel me? And if you're not in like the super best shape or whatever the case is, like it's real hard to be able to manage swimming through those situations. So I man, it's I don't know, man. 54 years old. It's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing because it's one of those things that you kind of feel like possibly could have been avoided, and not in a bad way. You feel me? Like it's one of those things where it's like, damn, if he just wouldn't have went swimming or went wherever he was at, he probably would have been good. But it's really just a tragic accident. Like it's not one of those people trying to do this conspiracy theory thing and shit like that, but ain't nobody coming after that, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is just one of those tragic accidents that you went on vacation with his family and something like that happens, and it's nothing that you could predict. It's nothing that you could plan for. And I was shocked. Like I was at work when the news broke, and it's crazy. Everybody in my job was talking about it. Like I'm walking around and people was just, people that I'm rocking with, just come out and ask me like, yo, you heard about Theo? You heard about Theo? I'm like, huh? So I, go check my phone and all that, and I'm seeing it. Even my wife has sent me something. I'm like, what? Like that. I was like, damn. And this, Cosby Show. This is one of them classic shows. Like everybody should know the Cosby Show. You feel me? If you don't know the Cosby Show, then your black card should be revoked. You feel me? Like, unless you was born after like 2005 or something like that. But if you from the 80s, like I am, 90s, etc., you know about the Cosby Show. So that one, I was like, damn, that one kind of messed me up a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family and everything like that. And that I was just like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? So what else happened today? Also, I was so when it comes to battle rap, right? I get a lot of my news and updates from OTFMZ. Like you have no idea how many days like I done been at work, and I might not be on my phone throughout the day, and then first thing I do when I get out and I'm on my way back home, I'm going straight to OTFMZ page because they be posting all the wild shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so what I seen was this was yesterday actually that a lot of this got posted. Everybody's seen the Dot and Tati thing on Angry Fan Live, et cetera, et cetera. So this situation actually started because of a miscommunication between Cheyraq and Stizz, a Battle Academy. So over this weekend, Battle Academy had an event, right? And Cheyraq was supposed to battle Peaches. So Peaches, she wound up doing a live. I think she did a live with Angry Fan, explaining, what happened, the battle not going down, et cetera, right? Then of course, Cheyraq had to come forward and speak her piece on it. Obviously got to defend herself and clear up everything that was going on. And then her and Stizz had got on Angry Fans Live together. And basically what it seemed like was it wasn't made clear Cheyraq's travel arrangements, right? Now, I'm gonna say this. Upon watching that, right, I felt like I seen people in the comments saying, yo, Stizz is talking over her, he trying to cover something up, he must be lying. I don't think so. I think it was just a situation where Stizz felt like he was in the right, so he wanted to basically get to his point. And his point in terms of like what he felt like she did wrong was that she didn't she didn't respond when he asked about the travel situation, right? So basically right, a few days before the event, Stizz reached out, whatever, to reach out about the travel situation. Normally, I would think travel is handled, or like they're clear on the travel when first booked for the battle, right? So if Stizz reaches out to Cheyraq, Cheyraq says, hey, this is my price, and I need travel. I need hotel, et cetera, right? It seemed like that didn't happen. And then the whole travel situation, kind of was about to get handled a few days before. But this is the thing. When they're having this conversation, right? Cheyraq isn't sure what day she's coming down. So Stizz is asking, like, okay, the event is on this day. Which day you want to come down? Some artists tend to come down the day before. Like even with our event, both Wilson Fisk and Young Cannon was in the town the day before. You feel me? But you have some battlers where, depending on their situation, depending on their schedule, et cetera, they're going to come out the day of the event. They might stay overnight and then go back in the morning, or they might just straight from the venue try to head back to the crib if, you know, they're close enough to the to the event, to where they don't need to wait a day to rest up and, you know, drive back or whatever the case is, right? Dizzy, what's good, man? Just finished talking about your battle and everything. I'm gonna clip it though and put a whole thought on the media channel and put it as an event recap. So you'll see that sometime this week. but yeah, so Stizz was basically saying that, and Cheyraq was saying that she didn't know what day she, you know, wanted to come down. And that right there is like, okay, if this battle has been booked, even if y'all skipped or, you know, didn't talk about the travel, which you never supposed to assume. You're never supposed to assume somebody knows what your business situation is. Like if you gave the price, you also supposed to give, okay, I need a hotel, I need this for gas money, or I need a bus ticket, or I need a flight, whatever the case is, right? She said she didn't know, you know, what day she wanted to come out. But either way, Stizz was seeming like he was willing to be with whatever. If she said, all right, let's say, all right, let's say if the event was Saturday, because I'm not too keen on the exact day of the event, right? But let's say the event was Saturday and they had this conversation Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Whatever day she was planning on coming out, Stizz was going to make sure she got there. Like, he didn't seem like he, you know, Stizz is not a person that's hurting for money. It's clear. You feel me? It's clear as day. When you look at these cards, you look at the people he's booking, et cetera, Stizz not hurting for no money. So when he asks you what day you want to come out, that's your chance to say, oh, I want to come out a day before, or whatever the case is. He probably would have got you a 2-day joint, you know, even if you probably would have needed a flight or a bus or whatever the case was. It seemed like he'd have been down to handle that as well, just to make sure the battle happens. So the battle still could have happened. But with that lapse in communication, that's when, you know, shit get dicey. And then, you know, for whatever reason, she just didn't respond to, you know, the last message that he said. And it's like, yo, that's a battle that could have just, you know, either went down or somebody else could have battled her in her place and shit like that. But that just goes to show y'all, communication is key. Communication is key. You feel me? Everything got to be clear from the gate. Like, whenever I hit artists and I got to pay them or whatever the case was, if I know they're coming from far, I'm asking, yo, what's your travel situation? You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, because I know at one point in the live, she was saying that he should have just had the hotel ready, but he can't get the hotel ready if he don't know which day you coming out. You feel me? He don't know if you're coming out Friday, Saturday, or day of the event, whatever the case is. So he can't just have a hotel ready at the random. You got to tell him, yo, this is what I need, you know, X, Y, and Z. So, you know, I feel like for both of them, it's just a lesson learned, you know, just to be 100% clear on what you're doing when it comes to, you know, when you're booking somebody like this. You get what I'm saying? So, if y'all want, we could play a portion of the interview. OTFMZ had posted the joint, so hold on. Here we go. So I definitely like doing it this way. Hold on. Share screen. Here we go.
So I don't understand like what the bad business part is coming from, because we agreed on a number. So the business part wasn't never an issue, because I was never called and said, yo, I don't like this number. We agreed to a number, you know what I'm saying? So, and literally, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And literally, she hit me Friday. Friday was like, I'm not coming to the battle XYZ because of the travel situation. But I have facts that I literally text her and say, yo, listen, lying. Yeah, like, yo, I want to handle this. Let me know, because I don't like those things last minute. So I'm not understanding, like, and like, this not a diss to her, but this is facts. I don't have a reason to lie on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But don't say that I'm throwing bad business. Because business means like you talking money, you talking like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said I was gonna pay you.
So when he's talking about bad business, right? I agree with him. I agree with him that a situation like this, it's not bad business. It just was a lack of communication. You feel me? Like I said, both of them could take some accountability in this because all it is just again lack of communication. They both should have been clear upon the initial booking what was going to be taking place. You know, Cheyraq's supposed to state what she need in terms of travel and stuff like that. Or Stizz could have asked, like, yo, what's your travel situation? What do you need? You need flight, you need hotel, you need bus ticket, etc., etc. And they would have been good. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't really think it's bad business on either part. I really just think it's genuine, just lack of communication. You feel me? And shit like that happens.
To pay you that. Now, Cheyraq, am I lying about anything I just said?
I didn't hear it. I just got here, so I just seen somebody say something about 2K. You know, you didn't pay 2K.
No, I didn't mention a number. I never mentioned a number.
Yeah,
I
you
don't,
never
I don't
mentioned a
talk
number.
business.
Oh, okay.
I don't talk people's numbers.
All right, so the travel and the room wasn't provided. You expected me to drive from Massachusetts and back on my own.
All right, so listen,
dime
real quick. Did I not
and
text you
pay
and
for my
say,
own
yo,
room? That's
let me know if you
crazy.
coming down Friday or Saturday?
You said what?
See, this is the thing, right? And when she comes on the live, right, and she says, oh, you expected me to drive on my own dime, pay for my own room, etc. The problem with her saying that on this live is the fact that she knows a few days before that is what the conversation was about to get the travel situated. So, at this point in the situation, when Stizz is on this live, he was not expecting her to pay for her own travel. He wasn't expecting that, and from the conversation, he kind of made that clear. So, you know, I think that's crazy to even say that that's what he was expecting.
Did I not text you and say that? Did I not text you and say, yo, let me know if you coming down Friday and Saturday? Did I not text you and say that? And then I said, yo, I'm going to call you. Listen, but like, did I not say that days before? Like, did I not text you again and say, yo, let me know what day you want to come down because I don't like doing things last minute. Did I not say that?
Yeah, you did. What does that mean? You
Okay,
didn't
no,
book
listen.
my room.
No, listen, time out. Time out.
You didn't
Time
book
out.
my
And then
room
listen,
or
after
my
You
that, did I
said you
not
said you
say
never responded to him.
you never? And then listen, did I not say I'm gonna call you? And then the next day, did I not say, yo, I called you, but you didn't answer, and I'm trying to be professional about it, and I'm trying to get everything together. Did I not do that? Because I don't need. So
the day before
okay,
the
no,
battle,
listen. Okay, no, listen. So when you
what were
take
you
that,
doing?
Hold on, Stizz. Go ahead, Cheyraq. Go ahead, Cheyraq.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, what were you trying to get together? Anytime I'm booked for a battle, my flight, my room, everything is set up weeks before the battle even comes. So you hitting me up the day of the battle saying what day you're coming and just asking me what day I'm coming. I didn't even know the location until 3 days before.
I hit you up the day of the battle and said, yo, what day you want to come down? Time out. I got text that I hit you up days before the battle and said, yo, which day do you want to come down? Because I don't like doing things last minute. You hit me first and said, yo, send me the location to the battle because I want to get a hotel. And you mean like, let me know what we're doing about travel. I text her. I said, all right, cool. Let me know what day you want to come down. You said you not.
See, this is crazy because she hit him mentioning, you know, the whole travel situation. So if you initiated the conversation about the travel and he was willing to handle it, at that point, you don't really have an issue. He's saying he's willing to handle the travel. Despite it being last minute, he's still saying he's willing to handle it. So at that point, you don't really got a leg to stand on because you initiated the convo. And if he said, I'm willing to take care of it, then there shouldn't have been any issues after that.
Not sure what day. I text you days later and say, yo, listen, let me know what day because I don't like doing things last minute. I didn't text you the day of the battle about the travel. I tried to get that out the way days before. Am I lying
Why
about that?
didn't you though? You never.
You didn't reach back out to me.
Ooh,
I got
I'm
the
always
text.
gonna go to Philly with. First of all, I
You didn't reach back out to me. I literally got the text.
You got the text. What though?
So listen, when I texted you about the travel, did you not reach back to me? I called you, you didn't even answer, and I texted the next day and said, "Yo, I called you, good morning, but you didn't answer. I'm trying to get everything situated." So what am I lying
that's
about?
When I told you I wasn't doing it. That was the day before the
I know,
battle
but listen, but did I not hit you days before twice and days apart and say, "Yo, I'm trying to get the travel situation situated"?
No, you
Let me
didn't
know.
hit me days before saying you're trying to get the
All right,
travel
so listen,
situated.
can I send Caps the screenshot? And then he'll tell me who's lying. Can I do that? And then after that, I'm not even gonna entertain it no more because for you to say it's bad business, I don't know how it's bad business.
All right, hold on, Stizz. All right, Cheyraq. I didn't see.
Because I'm gonna ask for permission. Can I give Caps the screenshot of me asking you multiple times, "Are you coming down XYZ? I don't like to do things last minute." Can I send them that whole combo right there? And me, like, can I send that to him?
The screenshot of you asking me what day I'm coming 2 days before the battle.
No. I want to send him that whole conversation of me being transparent and reaching out to you multiple times and saying, "Yo, you're not responding. Yo, I called you. You're not answering." Can I send that to him real quick so that way we can just clear all this out right now? Because
Hold on, Stizz. Cheyraq, why was you not responding?
I'm just saying, can I send him the screenshot?
Yeah.
Hold on.
And also, y'all know how Instagram Live is. It'd be a little bit of a delay when you got like multiple people on. So it's also possible. I don't think he was necessarily trying to talk over her. If you notice, his shit was kind of glitching out a couple of times. So I think that's really what it was. I think it was probably a little delay, and he didn't know she was talking, so that's why it appears like what's her name?
All right, hold on.
When is he saying that he hit me up and I didn't answer?
He's saying that he was hitting you up, asking you what day he was gonna come, and you never responded. Like the lack of communication was more on your side than his. What he's basically saying.
So he did hit me up.
Hey, Kat, look at your phone, Kat. I just sent it.
Bro, let her talk. Hold on, Stizz. Go ahead, Cheyraq.
He sent the he asked me what day I was coming, and I said I'm not sure. Yeah.
If he asks you what day you plan on coming, how do you not? I don't know if she's answering that question with the assumption that she's paying for all her own stuff, but when he says, that he's trying to get everything figured out, like the problem is stuff is not being made directly clear throughout this conversation. Stizz is not just head up saying, "Yo, I'll handle your travel. When are you coming down?" With some people, like it's a thing where you have to be that clear. I know a lot of times people like to do the, I don't want to necessarily say talking fast, but just getting straight to the point, whatever the case is. Sometimes you have to be actually detailed so that there is no miscommunication. So if this entire time it hasn't been made explicitly clear, Stizz, that you're handling the travel, if it hasn't been made clear, then at some point you have to make that clear, like, "Yo, I'm handling the travel." Like once she said, "Oh, I'm not sure on what day I'm coming down," I would have just been like, "Yo, let me know because I'm getting your hotel and I'm doing your, flight or whatever the case you need, and you're going to be good." You feel me? Once you do that and make the artist secure that their, traveling shit is going to be handled, then everybody walks away happy. You feel me? But it's just those little lapses in communication that, ultimately cause this. So you feel me? What's going on, man? After all this, now I really want to see the battle. Of course, whenever a battle has a huge fallout like this and it's causing a lot of heat and friction online, of course that adds to the story. So now you want to see the battle even more. Shout out to my my brother Peso. He asked what day I was coming, and I said I'm not sure. Yet saying he should have been had travel and stay booked is insane. You gotta love the listen, man. That's wild. That's wild. It's no way yo, what's going on? It's no way that this should have got here. You feel me? Like that, yo, this battle rap for you, man. This battle rap, like, you know, the goofy shit we done had to deal with. So it's like, man, it's crazy.
I mean, whose fault is it that the battle didn't happen?
Listen,
you said what?
When I talked to her, I said, yo, listen, I'm going to just take this as miscommunication because obviously we're not on the same page. I said, yo, I'm going to just tell people it's
you feel like it's Cheyraq's fault. Cheyraq, whose fault do you think it is that you didn't battle Peaches?
I think it's the fact of miscommunication and the fact that I didn't get my room and my travel set up in order before the battle or whatever. Because if Stizz is sitting here telling me he hit me up and asked me when I was coming, what league owner is asking you when you're coming? They're telling you when you're coming.
No. I said what day come out. I didn't say are you coming.
Hold on, Stizz, let her talk, Stizz.
That's crazy. What league owner asks when they telling you when? That's not even a thing. You want to make the artist comfortable at the end of the day. So yes, you're going to ask them, hey, when would you prefer to come out here? Matter of fact, when I can be transparent with this. When I booked Young Cannon for this battle that he just did with us on Saturday, I asked him, yo, when would you rather come out? Do you want to come out the day before or do you want to come out the day of? He told me straight up he wanted to come out Friday. So guess what? I booked the hotel for him for 2 nights. That's simple. You feel what I'm saying? He had a flight from obviously from Chicago to NY Friday. He got his hotel. Then he had some other business he had to take care of on Sunday. He had another battle. So he got flown from New York to where that battle was going on. And simple. You feel me? But that question is definitely, that's a question. When you prefer to come out, because everybody's different with that. So if I'm booking Young Cannon from Chicago, he might want to come out a day before just so he could rest up, get in the proper mode, and, you know, be in the environment for a little while before he actually comes to the battle. But if I'm booking somebody, my brother Excel, who coming from Mass, Excel, and unless something's going on in the city and he like with the homies or something like that, he was usually coming out the day of. He come out that morning, or he'll come out that afternoon and go straight to the venue, because when we was at Funkadelic, it was in Midtown, so he could come right off the bus, come right up the block, and, you know, do his battle. But that's a real question that, you know, league owners have to ask artists. Like, this is a regular thing. So her saying that it's not is like, that's crazy.
Oh, Stizz, let her talk. Let her finish her thoughts.
Crazy.
Go ahead.
This is like real crazy though.
Go ahead, Cheyraq.
What? I got to check the phone.
When a league owner books, right, and this is part of it is my fault being too nonchalant and just, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day,
Go some accountability.
When he contacted me, when a league owner contacts you, what league owner asks you what day you're coming unless they already have your shit in order? They're gonna tell you, we booked your room from Friday through Sunday at this hotel and all of this shit.
All right, so real quick.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all, because some battle rappers have jobs. Like, how am I just going to assume that you're coming out on one day when shit, you might have to work that day, and I'm going to sit up here and book a hotel and a flight and everything that day without asking you first? That's not a thing. That's definitely not a thing in battle. I need to get me a water or something. But yeah, that's definitely not a thing in battle rap. So yeah, I think this it's like I said, it's lapse in communication on both of them. It's lapse in communication from both of them. But the way she's trying to spin it in this live is like, those are real questions that have to be asked. That ain't something you just waste your money and go booking rooms and flights and you don't know when a person would like to come down. Like, that's a question you're supposed to, you know. You have to be extremely direct in battle rap and leave zero room for interpretation, because if not, you're running a situation like this. Exactly what I was saying. Like, you can't leave no room for error. It's like, yo, you hit somebody up. All right, this is your price. All right, what's your travel situation? Do you need a hotel? Do you need a room, et cetera, et cetera? Like, that's really all it comes down to. Nah, this is female privilege. Man has to have a plan. Stizz definitely lying. Nah, Stizz not lying. Stizz not lying. Stizz don't got a reason to lie. Stizz don't got a reason to lie. And he sent Caps the screenshots. You feel me? A person that's lying, they're not going to send the screenshots. You get what I'm saying? So, Stizz not lying. And I think Caps came on when all that Tati and Dot shit was going down. He came on and said, like, yo, Stizz was telling the truth. You feel me? Stizz don't need to lie about that. You get me? It's just like I said, it's just a lapse in communication. You feel me? That's really all.
So
that
real quick, league owners got to ask what day are you coming, because some battle rappers might not have nothing to do the day before the battle, and they come down the day before just so they can be in the environment. Some battle rappers have things that they got to do that day, and they come down the day of the battle, sometimes early in the morning. That's why you got to ask the artist, yo, what day are you coming down? And the reason why I asked what day are you coming down, because you text me and asked me about the travel situation. I said, all right, that's fine. What day do you want to come down? Friday or Saturday? You never responded. You said no. You said not sure. I said, all right, cool. Just let me know. I text you 2 days, 8 Caps. All you got to do is look at the text at your phone right now. Look at the text.
Stizz, can I talk? Because if you're asking me what day I'm coming, you're under the pretense that I'm taking care of my travel, correct?
No.
Right?
No. Why would I? No, it's not. Why would I? Listen, ask any artist that come down my platform. I take care of the travel. I just flew a nigga from Canada. They had to go through the border. Why wouldn't I take care of somebody that's coming from Massachusetts? I'm not understanding that.
Okay, so
Nah, that doesn't. When a person asks you that, that's not under the pretense that you're paying for your own travel. You probably had it in your mind that you were paying for your own travel because y'all never got to that part of the conversation. But in terms of from his end, he's asking you because he wants to get the travel situated. You feel me? So again, that's a question that was supposed to be asked at some point. You ask, what date do you want to come down? I need to set up your travel. If you're flying someone out, you have the date set, accommodation set, travel set. That's not. You have to get that info from the artist first. Because remember, first of all, if you're asking, if you're setting up someone's travel, have y'all never booked hotels or flights before for someone else? I have. I've 10 years, 13 years, I think, at this point. No, where we started the track, 2013, 12 years of running the track, right? Whenever I've had an artist that I was providing their travel and stay, I have to ask for their information. I have to put their name on the room. I have to put their name on the flight because they're getting on the flight. They're not asking for my information. So I can't just have that stuff ready without getting it confirmed from the artist. Even with buses, especially the more professional buses like Greyhound and certain other buses, you have to have ID to get on those buses. You can't just have a ticket. So yes, when it comes to travel, you don't just have that. That's not just something you just get and it's just set. No, you have to discuss that with the artist so you know exactly how they're getting there. Because first of all, you got to know the mode of transportation, whether it's are they driving, they taking a bus, are they taking a plane, are they taking a boat, they taking a spaceship, like, you feel me? Are they taking a crop duster? Like, you have to find these things out. You have to get the artist's government information. Like, you have to, for the flights, you have to get first name, last name, and date of birth in order to book someone's plane ticket. You feel me? Buses, you just got to get the first and last name usually, and then even for the room, even if you booking the hotel under your name, if you're not going to be there to actively check them in, which I've had those situations where I might have been working when the artist was flying in, I have to put that artist as a guest on the room and then call a hotel, do the pre-authorization for the card and everything like that. Like, that's how you do that. So no, the stuff is not already set up out of nowhere. Like, you have to discuss that with the artist. The response to the days are coming, I don't know, is insane. Crazy. Oh, yeah, definitely, especially with the flights. The earlier you book, the cheaper. Yo, you'll get a early flight for under $100 coming from certain places, right? if you book far in advance, you book like a month, 2 months in advance. You try to book that flight the day before, 2 days before, that shit $500-$600. You feel me? So yeah, the earlier you book everything, this is why everything is set up at the time of booking. You feel me? Just so everything is out the way and everything, is also cheaper. You feel me? But you got to give it to Stizz. The fact that he was still willing to handle everything a couple of days before, he clearly got it and was gonna make it happen. So I have a travel agent. Just thinks Stizz should have been more clear. I agree with you on that. And I think she should have been clear as well. Like at the time that she announced that she told what her price was, when you send your price, you also have to say, hey, I also need travel, because that's not something that's to be assumed. So that's why I say on both of them, she should have stated the travel arrangements that needed to be booked. And if she wasn't going to state that, he should have asked. Because obviously this is Cheyraq. She's not an unknown battle rapper. There's a reason you're paying her. You know who she is. I'm pretty sure you know where she's coming from. I mean, shit, she's not from Philly. You feel me? So you at least got to know, all right, this girl is coming from out of town. Let me find out what the travel situation is ahead of time, so that way we don't run into these kind of situations. You know what I'm saying?
How come that? Why wasn't that?
Like, you know what I'm saying? I just paid for a nigga that just left the border.
You said
Can't
what?
have a felony. I had to send him to where the fuck he was staying at because the border had to get that. And that shit is way more expensive than you coming from Massachusetts. You coming from Massachusetts is what I put in my car for gas money. So, like, no disrespect, but why wouldn't I cover that?
So
I'm
booking
the battles that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Why wouldn't I cover a room and travel?
Why didn't you?
Like, I'm not a broke nigga. I'm not understanding that.
I'm not saying you're broke. I'm not saying you're
broke.
broke.
But did you look at the picture?
So why
and I shouldn't even be going back and forth.
She's asking you why didn't you though?
When I've been in this game for 10 years and nobody else complained about that. Like, I'd rather you to say, yo, it was a miscommunication thing than bad business. I'm not understanding that.
You're taking it somewhere else. I'm not trying to.
I'm not taking it somewhere else. How can I take it somewhere else when I've been feeding my family and feeding my roster for 10 years and I got somebody say I'm doing bad business? That's not bad business. I think that's miscommunication. And I clearly sent Caps the text and it's showing that I was reaching out to.
Did you see?
I believe that part. She already said yeah.
And I didn't even want to do this.
You see what it says?
And I didn't even want to do this.
I'm not sure. I was literally the same day.
Okay. All right, well, look, Caps. I just sent you the proof. You know I'm not lying. Cheyraq, God bless. Right, I ain't got no shit. I ain't got no issues with you or nothing, but I just had to come up here and speak my piece because you said that I was doing bad business. I'm out of there.
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. So yeah, it's a difference between, and we have to make that clear when we doing this battle rap shit. Like, we got to make it clear. It's a difference between doing bad business and a miscommunication. And that's what that was. That was a miscommunication. You can't say that was bad business, because that wasn't bad business. Bad business is somebody getting certain things agreed to and then those things not being handled. You feel me? Do we need to talk about Teddy Grizzle? You know, the guy that set up that whole Arizona event and all them battlers rapped but didn't get paid? Like, that's bad business. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all two having a conversation and both neglecting to bring up travel, that's just miscommunication. You feel what I'm saying? That's really all that is. So, that wasn't bad business at all. Hold on. She could kill less. It's crazy. It seems like Stizz was trying to fill her out, see if she would travel on her own dime. I think she played it correctly. I mean, that I don't see that. I don't see that. I just don't see that, because Stizz is paying so many other people. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's paying so many other people on these cards, and he's paying big money for a lot of these people. Like, this is the guy that has booked T-Rex. T-Rex charging 5 figures for a 1-rounder. You feel me? Cheyraq, same thing. Bill Collector charging 4 figures for a 1-rounder. Like, these are the type of people that Stizz is booking. So somebody like Cheyraq, and even she said, damn well I ain't get paid no $2,000. That should tell you, like, she didn't get paid nowhere near what a lot of them bigger name guys are getting paid. You feel me? So I have no reason to believe, like, if he could easily book those people, I don't have a reason to believe that he's trying to cut corners or take a shortcut in terms of booking her. Like, I don't see him doing that. You feel me? Now, again, the lapse in communication, that is what I see. You feel me? But I don't think Stizz tried to lowball her or, nothing like that. Young B-More, what up, yo? but yeah, so that was really it about that. John moving on up to the east side. Yo, whatever city John got locked up in for less than an ounce of weed, like, come on, yo. And then trespassing. All that mean that what what that sound like? Him and his peoples are probably out chilling somewhere, and somebody did some bullshit. Maybe they was too loud or something. Somebody called the police and they made an issue on it. They came through, searched them, probably found the weed, and he got locked up because, like, that's what that sound like. That don't sound like no serious, like, sound like some bullshit. I think he said the Rico shit. Obviously, he's joking around. You mean to tell me it wasn't publicized at all that John got a Rico and it was moved down to, come on, be serious. You feel what I'm saying? So I really think that's really all that was. I think just bullshit. But whatever town locking you up for less than an ounce of weed, like, come on, man. Whatever media hits Earth, need to make sure they hit that town first. You feel me? Wipe it off the map, start over, and rebuild anew. Because, come on. It's 2025. We still getting locked up for weed. Come on. I understand it's misdemeanors and shit like that, but nah, shouldn't even be a charge. Like, come on, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So, talk to me, y'all. What else? Anything else in particular y'all want to talk about today? You feel me? I was going to talk about the whole Dot versus Tati thing, but obviously these two guys felt the need to come up to the show and to ruin that. You feel me? But that was interesting. That was interesting. But I don't even know how that spun out of control like that. I think Cheyraq, I think maybe Tati must have spoke on the situation, and then Cheyraq said something about her in the live or on the blog, and then Tati felt like, responding. So then they both got up on Angry Fan, the Angry Fan being messy as usual. You feel me? And Cheyraq called her ugly. Then she like, oh, how I'm ugly, and your dude was trying to holler at me, blah, blah, blah. And then, you can't call out the boogeyman and think he's not going to appear. And I think someone happened to be watching Angry Fans live when she said that. And I think that person might have reached out to Dot and told him, like, hey, you need to come on Angry Fan. They throwing you on the bus right now. And then he showed up. I don't know who hit him up though, but salute to that person. But then you got what you got. And see, this is the problem with, if we're gonna do all this all this media stuff. Like, I feel like Tati, she do spaces, but now she's starting getting the streaming and being on camera and stuff like that. And this is the thing. You have to stand on business no matter what. You understand? You stand on business regardless, right? So Tati, said what she said about Dot. Dot was trying to slide into her DMs or whatever the case was, right? When Dot came up, he basically said, that it didn't happen. She lying, whatever the case was. Then she came on. They was going back and forth, etc. And the way Cap spun that whole, she said she turned him down. Cap's talking about she tongued him down. Caps, if you don't clean out your dirty ears because you listening for the mess, right? She did not say tongue him down. She said turn him down. The chat was firing him up for that. You feel what I'm saying? But they was arguing and she was mentioning, what's your old Twitter and blah, blah, blah. Listen, this is court right now. It's the court of public opinion. You can't accuse that man of something and then ask him for the information to help him bury himself. That's not how this shit works. You say, he was trying to holler, whatever the case was. You pull up the screenshots. You would, if he had a different Twitter or you had a different Twitter or whatever the case was, it's your job to go and get those screenshots to prove your case. You feel me? It's not on him to help your case. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I feel like, she kind of gotta just get an understanding of. I ain't gonna hold you. I went to the Twitter page to see if she was gonna drop the screenshots. She ain't never drop them. But I seen a couple of tweets from her. She was saying stuff to the effect of like, oh, people telling her not to do it and she don't want to do XYZ or whatever the case is. But my thing is this. I'm not gonna take going online and people calling me a liar and shit like that. And I know I got the Hiroshima sitting right here. You feel me? Not Hiroshima, excuse me, whatever the name of the bomb was, right? I got that sitting right here. I done threw an accusation out, and then I supposedly have the proof, and you think I'm going to get called a liar and not drop that proof? I don't, no. You're not going to do that to me. And if you one of them people that's on some, my name is not to be played with, y'all not going to be sitting up here calling me a liar, then you just throw your ace of spade out. And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Even though the whole hollering at her thing, she said it was in 2023. Don't, get me to lying to y'all, but I don't know how Dot and Rack situation was at the time, to where it could have been a situation where they probably wasn't, because y'all know they've been public in terms of talking about how rocky their situation is. So it could have been a point where they wasn't exactly rocking, and Dot went to try to whatever. But that's regular. Like, not gonna knock the man for that. You feel me? If me and my girl ain't really rocking like that, and I try to slide in the DM with somebody or something like that, then that's what it is. You feel me? And if you curved it, who cares? You feel what I'm saying? Like that even stuff like that it boggles my mind when people do that. Like when women will throw that out there. Like, all right, it's one thing for a woman to throw that out there if the person that was trying to DM her was the one saying shit about her, calling her ugly, or then I get the DM. Then I get the, all right, how are you calling me ugly when you was trying to jump in my inbox, whatever the case was? I get that 1,000%. You feel me? But if you going back and forth with Cheyraq, I personally didn't feel like it was a need to throw Dot under the bus. You feel what I'm saying? And it might be a little bit of me being biased. You feel what I'm saying? Because probably if it was any of these other battle rap niggas, I probably wouldn't have cared. But in terms of just like overall, I don't like when other people get dragged into other people's shit. You feel me? Especially the females. Like when the females going back and forth, oh my God. So many people, especially all them messy female battles that have happened where this dude getting thrown under the bus, this dude get thrown under the bus. I think that shit is just so wild. You feel what I'm saying? Like trying to mess up people's happy homes or homes that they trying to, build or rebuild or whatever the case is. It's just like, yo, it's no need for all that. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you got an issue with one person. You already got be head on the swivel because you don't know what's the temperature with that person, or the people who got love for them that might, see you somewhere and try to, but then now you dragging a whole nother person into it. You don't know who on that person's side that's on the, on some crash out type time and is going to try to slide for them and do some, bullshit. So when you got beef with people, you kind of want to keep as little people as many people out of it as possible. You feel what I'm saying? Try to keep your focus on just, the one person. Like when if I got an issue with somebody, I'm not throwing somebody else into it unless I already don't rock with that person. You feel me? If I don't rock with that person, then yeah. The third party, if I don't rock with them, they getting thrown under the bus all day. It's like, I already don't rock with you. It's already up when I see you. So I'm going back and forth with this guy, and I know y'all two associated. Yeah, now both of y'all can get it. You feel what I'm saying? It's already up. So it's like, it can't be any more up than what it is. But if it's not a situation where the person is actively coming at you, then it's like, there's no point in just, throwing that man under the bus like that anyway. So, I thought that was crazy. Neptune, what up? You know what I mean? Definitely gonna holler at you when playing in this next card. I already told you my bad about, having you miss out on this last one. It definitely would have been dope to have you on this. So we gonna make that right. You feel what I'm saying? So Shaq, what up, man? LOL, I don't know how those Twitter heads got so much clout. Nah, because I seen somebody posted earlier that Spaces now is just what Facebook groups was back in 2013, 2015, that little era. You feel me? The 2010s. That's what Facebook groups were. This is where you get Chris Unbiased from. This is where you get Angry Fan. This is where you get a lot of people from. So it's just that new outlet. You get what I'm saying? So that's really all Spaces is at this point. It's the new outlet that, is churning out new fans, new bloggers, new battle rappers, new media, things like that. So you're going to get that. And Spaces is one of the most accessible platforms because all you got to do is just open your Twitter app and boom, you in the mix. You feel me? So I'm not one of them people that's super anti-Spaces. I've made my jokes about it, on the show with Sly and X because they can't stand Twitter Spaces. And I find it interesting that Sly is the youngest out of us and he doesn't like Twitter Spaces. Like, I would absolutely think someone that's younger, because younger people like the newer technology and shit like that, even though Sly is, I think 30, 31 or something at this point. But I still would think he would gravitate towards Twitter Spaces. And the fact that he don't rock with it, it says a lot. It says a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So, me, I don't have no issue with Twitter Spaces at all. You feel me? I sat in the Twitter Spaces. That point where Surf was home and he was wilding on people on Twitter Spaces, that was one of the best eras of Twitter Spaces. You feel what I'm saying? And I go back and watch those or listen to those spaces every once in a while. Surf versus Briz, that exchange was crazy. Maybe one of these days I'll go back to those spaces and do like reaction videos to them. We go all watch them together and really break them down and shit like that. But yeah, Surf versus Briz, Surf versus Floss the Boss. I listen, I enjoyed that one because I really ain't rock with Floss for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? So when I seen Surf wilding him up, oh yeah, I definitely was cheering Surf on. You feel what I'm saying? Surf versus B-Dot. See, that out of the three I just named, Surf versus B-Dot didn't go left. That was a strict competition one. You feel me? Just them two going back and forth on some battle rap shit. Surf and Floss went left, and Surf and Briz ain't really go left. Briz was mad as hell though. Briz was super mad, and I rock with Briz. Yo, I'm gonna try to get a Briz interview. I need that because Briz playing games. Briz playing games. I definitely need a Briz interview because I have questions that I want to ask that I don't think anybody will ask. You understand? A lot of people be wanting interviews from guys and don't and want to focus mainly on I want to say like what's recent and what's current, right? Me, I want to do some Vlad TV style shit with the battle rappers and really sit down and get a lot of these guys' stories and ask the tough questions because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got some stuff I want to ask Briz, like on some man shit. You feel me? Like on some real man shit. Not on like it's battle rap related, but it's on some man stuff. Like because it on a low, it been some staticky stuff that I seen. You feel me? And I think that's the real reason Briz kind of fell back a little bit because he felt the way about certain stuff. But if I get this Briz interview, it's not gonna be no easy questions. It's gonna be some stuff that probably he gonna be uncomfortable answering. You feel me? But I definitely got some questions for that man. But and it's not on no, trying to start nothing, trying to be salacious or nothing. But there's some stuff I definitely feel like I need to ask. You get what I'm saying? Because I peeped a lot of stuff. I peeped a lot of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, but whatever spaces was there, that was dope. Ace versus Piranha. Oh my god, that was a time. You feel me? When I remember when Piranha was in spaces and she was up there. Piranha said something. Like Piranha said some super fly, super tough gangster shit. And the nigga she happens was like, nigga, you capping. Like he was on mute and he unmuted himself just to say, like, nigga, you lying. Yo, it was funny as hell. Like shit like that be hilarious. Like y'all have no idea. I like even shit like Clubhouse, like the super tough gangsters yelling at each other all day. That shit is entertainment to me. First of all, why are you getting so mad over the phone? Like, why? It's insane. Like you're literally arguing on the phone. Like you sitting up there driving a forklift, about to hit the old lady with the cart, and you arguing with Cola on spaces. Like, what are you doing? You feel me? Like that shit is just so funny to me. That shit is just so fucking hilarious to me. That's just me though. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody, but that I always found that shit fucking hilarious. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, spaces. I don't have no issue with spaces. I don't have no real issue with spaces. In terms of the battlers that came out of there, like Eunice, Appa, I feel like Eunice is definitely making the most out of his situation in terms of, the promo he does and, shit like that. He was able to get the chess battle, on a huge card. Like, you don't see that all the time. You get what I'm saying? So definitely was dope for him. But I want to see now where he goes from there. You get what I'm saying? So let's see how he continues to elevate. I'm gonna say this, man. That DNA battle that y'all clamoring for, do not walk that man into a death trap. Do not walk Eunice into, because DNA is not going to play with him. And DNA is one of those battlers that knows when he's in a situation like that. Like he knows when he's in a situation where, okay, I'm battling a new gunner that is going to rap his heart out. He's going to rap his life away. All these new people are getting behind him and supporting him. DNA is going to make everybody that supports Eunice look so crazy. I strongly feel like DNA would just body Eunice, and it's going to be after that, like, damn, we really set this guy up for failure. And y'all have to stop doing that. Y'all have to stop doing that. I'm going to reiterate this until the end of time. Smack sat on Vlad TV and said Snow was booked for 10 battles. Snow was supposedly booked for 10 battles. And guess what? He got super bodied by Real Deal. We have not seen him since. I want to say he came back in 2020, 2021, sometime after COVID. He actually came back and battled Cheyraq, another person we haven't seen in a hell of a long time in battle rap. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Snow got obliterated by Real Deal. You get what he, and we never heard from him since. So y'all have to stop hyping up these new, like, it's so many instances of that. Of new guys being hyped up and getting destroyed. You feel me? And Jack Boy, my man too, but him and John, oh my, I don't know what y'all was thinking. Disaster versus Jonah. What was y'all thinking? What do y'all be thinking sending these new guys up against these legends? What do y'all be thinking? Y'all put these guys' backs against the wall, right? These are people that we've seen in crazy situations and still come out victors, whether you felt like they won the battle or whatever the case was. Like John debatably beat Hitman on Summer Madness 2. Arguably, some people say Hitman won. A lot of people say John won. This the man that beat Hitman Holla, and y'all thought Jack Boy Maine was gonna beat him. Like, come on. Like that was insane. Yo, John really made moment of the year on Jack Boy. Like that was bad. That was bad. Like y'all got to stop doing that, man. Y'all got to stop doing that. Let these guys run the gauntlet. Let them battle a good 8, 9, 10 people before y'all start sacrificing them to Hitman Holla and all these other. Like, what are y'all doing now? I think with somebody like John, right at the time, he had such explosive performances on URL that it was like, okay, it made sense. And not only did he have the performances, he also had the marketing and everything to make the battle into something which made it, make sense to book. But in terms of a lot of other people that I named, it's like there was nothing there that said that they should have been battling these guys. Like Snow should not have been battling Real Deal. Not on stage. Y'all forget Real Deal that done body people on big stages, small stages, like, and he's one of the angle gods. Y'all thought Snow was about to come in there and Tekken like martial, like that wasn't gonna work on Real Deal. You feel me? So when I see this Eunice versus DNA thing, I'm just like, nah, please don't set this kid up for failure. Let him be great, man. Don't retire him back to doing Spaces battles. Let that man be great. You get what I'm saying? So, Spaces is a cool thing. We need Spaces. We need any outlet that can allow people to just spread the word of battle rap. You feel me? We got Facebook groups. Facebook groups are still active, even though they're not as popular as they were before. They're still, what's funny with battle rap? Because battle rap is such a niche culture, you can kind of encapsulate like battle rap in terms of eras, like because of the stuff that they're rapping about. So there was a time where the Facebook groups were popular, and the stuff that was going viral from the Facebook groups, battlers were responding to those things in their battles. They were either responding to stuff that happened to them, or they were making bars about viral situations that came from a battle rap groups. You feel me? Now it's the same with Spaces. Now you got battlers with bars about Spaces and things of that nature. So it just goes to show you the evolution and how everybody's in tune. So even the people that say that they don't like Spaces or they don't like certain people from Spaces, all Spaces is a feature on Twitter. That's all it is. It's just a feature. It's the feature where if you want to go to your profile and just be speaking and shit like that, that's what it's for. You feel me? Like that's it. You can't be mad at a feature on a social app. You get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta be easy. But yeah, like that's all that is. So no hate to Spaces, man. No hate to Spaces. Spaces is cool. I always tap in whenever I get a chance. So and even outside of battle rap Spaces, be having Trump doing Spaces and Elon doing Spaces and all these big name people doing Spaces. Man, Spaces is super valid. You feel me? And then this one of the places that you're gonna get people to give their unfiltered opinions on stuff. You feel me? Like I be seeing news anchors and stuff like that like be real proper on the news and stuff like that. Some of them be up on curses. Up on Spaces cursing and shit like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, it's just one of those things you gotta adjust to. You feel me? You get a lot of information from Spaces, especially nowadays, especially in politics and stock and sports and stuff like that. You get a lot of info from Spaces. You get what I'm saying? So definitely no hate to Spaces from me. You get what I'm saying? So, that's really that. But damn, I was only supposed to be here for half an hour to an hour. I've been here an hour and a half. You feel me? That's what happens when y'all get me to like rambling and really, talking my shit and all that. So, but yeah, we definitely gonna start doing this more often. You feel me? So I'm gonna take my leave as of right now. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Make sure y'all following, subscribing, and stuff like that. I'm on Twitter at No Mercy Harlem. No Mercy Harlem on everything. I don't know. If you still got a MySpace, you could probably type in No Mercy Harlem and you'll find me on there. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, follow the movement. Salute to the Trap New York. Pray was good. I definitely recapped the event, so I'm gonna chop that joint up, put it on the media channel, and y'all get to see my recap and everything. But yeah, Pray, you definitely did your thing. You definitely did your thing this past Saturday. So we definitely gonna keep rocking. You feel me? But as for everybody else, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely gonna get more of these out of me. So make sure I subscribe, follow the movement, and we will be back. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Oh yeah, we'll be back tonight. We'll be back tonight. I mean, not tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night. You feel what I'm saying? So I holla at y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we are out of here. No Mercy, Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. Holla at y'all soon. Pow.